Okay, so here's my experience so far. Let's tilt that down a little bit so you don't have that light in your eyes. Um, so there's a process to doing Plexus if you're just starting. You're going to want to get the Slim, this drink. Now, there are some options. You can just do the Slim, and that's all you have to do. That's fine. If that's all you want to do financially or whatever, you want to try it out, do a 7-week challenge. You can get a 7-week sample of the Slim for, it's about $25 on my website. If you go to shopmyplexus.com/Jody Mason, and that will give you a place to order. Now, just a heads up really quick, if this is something you just want to try out for 7 days, then order the 7-day trial pack. If it's something you think you might want to try for a couple months, you're going to save the most money by signing up, get on the auto shipment so you become a preferred customer, and you're going to save, don't pay the retail price. You're going to save money. It's free to sign up. You just set up an auto shipment. You can go and you can cancel the auto shipment. You can change it, whatever. You're going to save money ordering your products that way. If it's something that you know you're going to enjoy doing, or you want to do it as a business and try to make some money getting other people to sign up and do it with you, things like that, then sign up as an ambassador. The ambassador gets a little bit even more of a discount on the products, but also there's a $35 per year charge. That's it. So you pay $35 a year, and when you first sign up, you can get some discounts, really good discounts on the products, like sign-up kits and things like that. So those are 3 different ways that you can order the Plexus products. I'm still learning this. This is still pretty new to me. So again, I'm happy to help answer your questions, or I have a great support team that is awesome. And my friend that does this, actually, this is all she does. She's a stay-at-home mom with 1 kid, and she's done Plexus for years. So she's great. She's happy to help and answer any questions. So the Slim, this is a drink mix. Let's see if we can get it in there. So this is the drink. There we go. You're going to just put it in your water, about 8 to 10 ounces of water, shake it up, drink it first thing in the morning before you have any food. Tastes really good. It's like watermelon lemonade. It's awesome. One thing that I noticed, so I've started this a week ago. Today's Saturday. I started last Sunday, so 6 days ago. The biggest thing I noticed with the Slim drink was extra energy. I did feel the energy and stuff. Ingredient-wise, so, I mean, they're natural ingredients. I was expecting to see, like, caffeine and all these things. There's citric acid, natural flavors, stevia, leaf extract, beetroot extract, and other fruit and vegetable juice, cellulose gum, and silicone dioxide. That's it. So, definitely a lot healthier than I was expecting, and than you would see in most products. So, what I did, there is a chart. Grab it. There's a chart. Okay, and mine's a horrible printout, so I'm not even going to show you because I had to replace the ink toner on my printer. That you take, so you take the drink for 3 days, and then you take this, it's called BioCleanse. Where's the camera? BioCleanse. Trying to get it so there's not a shine on it. Oh, there we go. There! Ta-da! I can do it. So the BioCleanse, you start with 1 capsule a day. This is on days 4 and 5. 1 capsule between meals. So you take 1 between breakfast and lunch, 1 between lunch and dinner. So here's the funny part. This is kind of a funny thing for me. When I took the first one, it was probably half hour, 40 minutes after I took it. I was working and I was on a phone call, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it hit me out of nowhere. I thought I was going to throw up. And I was like, oh my gosh. I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to finish the phone call. And I was like, I had that saliva kind of, you know how like when you're about to throw up and you get that salty, kind of metallic tasting saliva, and you're just like swallowing it, and it's like your body's preparing for you to throw up. And it lasted about 3 minutes. The immediate feeling of I was going to throw up was like seconds. It lasted maybe 10, 15 seconds. But then there was the saliva, and I was like, I had to just keep swallowing. And I was Marco Poloing. If you don't know what Marco Polo is, that's a video chatting app, basically. and I have a lot of friends on that. And my friend that introduced me to Plexus is on it. And so I was Marco Poloing her, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to keep swallowing. What's wrong? And she was laughing because she's like, I've never, until recently, like the last month or so, she's heard of people like getting nauseous with this once they started the BioCleanse. And she's like, but I've been on it for years and known people on it for years, and it's never caused that side effect. So it was just kind of funny to her. It lasted about 3 minutes, so it really wasn't that bad. And we talked, and she's like, well, you can just take it at night. We can, find some other ways. And I thought, it wasn't that bad. And knowing the way our bodies work, because I'm kind of smart a little bit that way, I like to think, I knew that sometimes reactions, those are good things. It means it's working. It means it's doing something in your body. Knowing that this was kind of a cleanse, digestive thing, I had expected other things like irregular bowel movements or whatever, things like that, and maybe a little nausea or something. That's kind of to be expected. So I just like, you know what, I'll just stick with it and see. And if it doesn't go away, if it keeps doing that after a day or two, then I'll try something different. But that was the only time I ever did it. So the next 2 days, I did those doses, same as normal. It was fine. And then the days on day 7, you start. Day 5 and 6. So 4 and 5, you take one of these twice a day. Day 5 and 6, you take 2 of these twice a day. Now these are not going to be regular things. This is kind of an aggressive start. So what this is like with these tablets and stuff, they're balancing your gut health, your probiotics, things like that. After you do kind of an aggressive thing for 5-6 weeks, you're not going to be doing this many pills a day or anything. This is getting your body in balance. So don't panic. Don't panic. That's your Hitchhiker's Guide to the Thumb reference. I'm such a geek sometimes. But anyhow, so I started taking those twice a day. 2 pills twice a day. So I was up to 4 pills. And then on day 7, you start incorporating the ProBio 5. It's another pill. I didn't bring it over by my desk. But anyhow, start taking that. That's where I'm at now. Taking that one before bed. So tonight will be my first dose. No, I took one last night, I think. Anyhow. So here's the funny thing. So now you know that's the triplex, all 3. So the Slim and the BioCleanse and the ProBio 5. Those are all 3 products are the triplex. And that's for like healthy gut, things like that. Symptom-wise, other than my little bout with nausea, the other thing that I noticed that was super funny, yesterday I woke up with a horrible toothache. And it was this top molar in the back. Horrible toothache. And so much that I had a dream that I had a toothache. And I never get toothache. Even if I have a cavity, it's like it hurts when you eat, and that's about it. It goes away after, half hour or something. Well, I was just at the dentist a month ago. Since the first of this year, I had dental work done and things like that. I had a tooth I had to get a bridge for because I had no adult tooth underneath it. It's been like that my entire life. So it was just one of those things that kind of was adding up, and I got it all done this year. So I was just at the dentist a month ago, and I have a fantastic dentist. I love my dentist. And we knew. So I knew I don't have any cavities. I don't have any threats of cavities. And I was like, this can't be a cavity, but it hurt really bad. And so I'm sitting there, and I called my dentist. He's out of town, and bless his heart, he even calls me a little while later from his vacation to check on me. And he said the same thing. He says, I don't think it's a cavity, because we would have seen something started. And he's like, maybe you have a sinus infection or something that's affecting the nerve. Well, I got thinking, and I was like, this is really interesting. I remembered years ago, there was a chart. I love reflexology and stuff. Again, I kind of down to that homeopathic stuff. There's a foot reflexology, a hand reflexology chart, one for your ears and one for your teeth. And I thought, I'm going to look at that teeth one and see what organ's connected to this. Guess what organ is connected to the tooth that hurt? Well, lo and behold, the small intestine. And I was like, oh, well that makes sense because I'm doing this whole cleanse thing for gut health, and then my lower intestine tooth is the one that hurts. And so that was kind of eye-opening. And then, so yesterday and today, and then by last night, the bottom tooth, the same back molar, but the bottom tooth was hurting. So I looked at the chart. Well, guess what the bottom one is? Your large intestine. So I was like, huh, that's really interesting. So that was an interesting symptom. It hurt a little bit, my both teeth this morning a little bit, but it's been fine today. So kind of an interesting symptom. I'm curious to see what other ones. Again, I know they're not cavities, but it tells me something is working. Something's happening, and I'm sure with my stomach and gut, that's always been my weakness, and so is my stomach area. And so I think this is good. This is good signs. Something's working. So that's my experience so far, and I'll keep you posted.